Hi, this is a big deal for me. I've been working on a puzzle. I love koans so much. And I'm sure that some of you have been watching me as I've been cracking this one. I've been trying to figure out about the electron popping for a really long time. And me and Melissa have been puzzling on it. The electron is met by something, or it pops for something. And I was thinking it popped against something too. And I saw the electron as exuberance and divine will and yeehaw, those kind of things. And so I imagined that what it was popping into, or what was keeping it from just being a yeehaw, was resistance. And that's how far I got. And then last night some things happened that were unusual. And I don't have visuals right now. I'm going to have them do the 4th. The 4th I'm going to go along, and I'm going to do some things on the 4th. I want them to do some explaining, because there's a completion. I knew the completion was going to be today. I understood that it had to do with last night and getting rid and saying goodbye, and that thing, the last one, was called Internment Evensong. Oh, even just the words make me want to cry. Just the darkness and the sadness and the solemnity, with wolves howling at the door. My door opened for no reason. It freaked me out during all of that. Well, it was all building up, so something happened. But as a result of that, what I understand today, just driving to the store and talking to Melissa, I need to tell you this, and I want to own this. I want to work with Enrique Boron, with Todd, with Graham Hancock, with Rupert Sheldrake, and there are others, and I want to work with them on this. Melissa, and this is a call from the bottom of my heart. I really want to be understood as a true contributor, because this is what I understand now, and I want you to know. And I don't care if I have a little shake in my voice. I'm allowed. What if the whole theory, the one law is benevolence, and it's expressed in its 5th and 6th way is this understanding that the electron is divine will, divine love, meeting its counterpart, craving it, its counterpart, the null, the second sun, riding with us, now riding in my DNA, because of what they did on that mountain, what they did to my blood, what they've done to my chakras, all with permission, all on time, all at my insistence that it occur. And as a result, divine will popping, meeting its lover, the null. But these paints have to have a canvas. There has to be a chalice. Known as the void, known as the desert, known as doubt, known as resistance, known as repugnance, known as fear, known as anger, known as biological codes, known as genetic codons. All interconnected, all magnetic, all in our DNA, riding with us. I'm Merkaba. But then Boron says, in response to a question, well, dear master, old soul, a twin son, tell us please what happens when we've broken our codes, what happens when we have no more conflicts? And cheekily, well then, you get to choose. Did you hear that, Kathy? So, maybe the null expresses as the codon. Maybe that's how it expresses, just like the electron's light expresses as hee-haw, motherfucker! Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah! Maybe. What really holds it? A desert has to be in something, right? Doubt is a reaction to something, is it not? So what is it? So I'm at the vanity. Having to think, wondering where my smokes are. And I understand. The electron is an expression of divine will. An expression of divine will. The no is resistance. Is a expression of the no, and it's all held within the hands of dimensionality, of consciousness, of dimensionality. What happens when you don't have any more codes? You can't stay physical. You can't. Isn't it what Enrique said? Girls and boys, don't go home and tell your fetuses. Why is that? We're expressions of the third. We're physical expressions. Why not? Why couldn't they just say, okay, fine, you don't want those codes? Well, then I'll grab them in my Akash and go boop, boop. I think that can happen. I think if you're conscious enough, you can probably do that. Dear one, we want you to use whatever we have that would be to your benefit for a happy life or whatever kind of life you want, which is basically what we're doing, but doing it consciously and then saying, dear one, whatever way you want your Akash to express, we will be so blessed to have you in our presence. And so we're willing to we want to do a cooperative conception with you because we honor your great soul. Not seeing as an infant or fetus or tissue, but as a soul who has divine will. Imagine the kind of creatures we'd have on this planet. Perhaps that's what Cryan was talking about with birth control. It makes sense. But wouldn't that be a higher expression? Wouldn't we be living in a different reality with different agreements? And what are these 12 dimensions except agreement fields, huh? Expressions of each other. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. So, there you go, guys. The big brain. For what it's worth. 3.5 weeks out of my life. But my whole life led to, well, many things. But I'm very proud of that. Ooh. I did it. I cracked the code. I cracked the code. I cracked the code. High five. Whoop, whoop, a dunk, a dunk. High five. So yeah, I really would like to put out a general request. If anyone sees this and knows of these people, please let them know that I am in Denver, Colorado. I am a retired nurse. I've had 42 years at the bedside. I've done my work in esoterics. I'm a channeler of profound energy and a shaman. And I've achieved physical ascension. So, look me up, please. I need to talk with you. It's time. So, Enrique Boren, Lee Carroll, Todd Ovikitis, Rupert Sheldrake, Graham Hancock. There are others, but these are the people I long to work with. I long to sit down and talk with, because talking with you would ease my mind. and quiet my heart, and we could go very, very far. And imagine if we got all of us together, what we could accomplish, what we could do to help, to love people. It would help us by blazing forward and leaving a trail. Isn't that what it's all about? Isn't that what I've been doing since 2012? In a way, for a long, long, long time before that. So, that's, I did it. So they are going to do the 3rd. And, they said they want to do some, like, I don't know what. I never know what. I never know what they're going to come up with. But I do know that sitting on my bed today reading things that I wrote at 12 and 13 and 14 when I was in such confusion still, and I was able to sit down and consciously write that, consciously, and not put channel by it. And when I did do the channeling, it's the same voice. They're using the same vocabulary. Talking about paradox. There'll always be paradox, but why can't we assume it'll be refined? What is a crop circle but a paradox? What is a paradox but what seems to be an unsolvable problem, a koan? And by cracking it, you know what I said. It's not like, oh yeah, dude, that one hand clapping thing, well, I figured it out. No, dear one. Cracking a koan, when I'm cracking a koan, is like giving birth, oftentimes. It moves my life. I even change places sometimes to figure out these fuckers. Why do I hurt? Why do people reject me? What is this other person about? Who is God? I mean, how far you want to go? How obsessive you want to get? But this is the result, so I, for one, am pleased. The God who indwells me is well pleased.